Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through fears and live an awesome life. Hey, look who's joining us. Hi. Isn't he cute? All right, so I had his pom-poms removed over the weekend. Sorry, guys. You know, he can't be running around, Atlanta, populating, a bunch of little homeless kitties, so he's been hanging out with me a little bit more. He's now, I guess, officially my cat. His name is Baby Coo. It used to be like short for Cujo because he would like attack anybody who tried to come near me. And now he's mellowed out, so he's just Coo. Yeah, so I love animals. Animals are, of course, pure, beautiful energy. And they don't think too much, but they have great personalities, don't they? So I want to talk to you today about being in challenging situations, being in what a lot of you have said are negative situations. All right, so I'm going to talk about this. I got, wow, your mission in life got a lot of comments. So it struck a chord with all of you guys. By the way, as usual, I'm either going to work out or just came back from workout. So I suspect that you've seen me so many times without makeup and my hair messed up that at this point it's not a shocker. But when I get inspired, I have to talk to you. And when I saw those comments this morning, I thought, we have got to address this. This is not driving home with all of you, and I want to really break through those fears, because what I hear coming back is, but what if? Now, my one friend out there, you've been a subscriber for a long time. I love your comments because I know you battle with bipolar disease. It's not really a disease. It's really a condition that can be overcome, by the way, as you know, because it's just a imbalance in the brain, which if you work on it long enough, and there are many experiments or people that work on this that have overcome those imbalances, changed their brain. And if you know Joe Dispenza, Dr. Joe Dispenza, he's always studying the brain. I went to his advanced workshops. He's just absolutely fabulous. And he brings science into all of this. And so he's showing that there are changes in the brain. We can do that. So this is why I'm always pushing meditation. That is when you are actually focused or aware of your not being focused. So a lot of you, I'm sure, are very frustrated when you try to meditate because the thoughts are still coming through. And that's why it's so important to meditate, because eventually you will get past that. They will stop chattering, but do not fuel them. So I hear these comments come over, and I want to address a few of them right now. Landria, what if I'm not a powerful manifester like you? Disempowering statement. Did you just hear what you said? I'm not a powerful manifester like you. You're not listening. You're not listening to yourself. You're not hearing what you're saying, which means you're thinking it and believing it. Of course you're a powerful manifester. Are you kidding? There's nothing I'm doing that you can't do. I've just practiced at it. I've just practiced it long enough and cleared the junk aside, and when it shows up, I know how to handle it. Once you start to create and manifest and experience those things, it fuels you because you realize you're really doing it. And you really did bring that in. There's no coincidences. My friends were always saying, these aren't coincidences when I pick these certain subjects. I'm picking up on you. We're one energy. We're one energy. There is no separation. So how could I have more power than you? It's impossible. If you believe we're one, now if you believe we're individuals, I don't know how that's possible, because there's just way too many scientific studies that prove that we're all connected. So there goes, let's blow that one out the window, right? So what happens when you're in these situations and you're stressed out and you feel powerless and you don't know what to do and fear comes in and all these thoughts? Here's what I've always managed to bring into most of my videos is not just the manifesting, but the journey to the manifesting. You're always manifesting. The journey to the manifesting what you want is the creation of what you want. And if any of that involves fear or doubt or disbelief, this isn't going to happen over here. So it's not something you do. You're always doing it. So when those fearful thoughts that I don't know if I can have it, how do I manifest? You just disempowered yourself with that thought alone. So forget it. Forget sitting down, trying some, incantations and stuff. You're already thinking that you don't have the power. So we have to tackle that first. Well, I don't fight anything. You look at it. Where were you ever told that you didn't have the power? Well, humanity has been told for centuries we don't have power by the ones who know that they have the power, who major manifestors, because they're like using it in the wrong ways, bad intentions. Of course, that's bad karma. That's always going to come back to you, right? And that's fine, but it's a consequence you're going to have to live with. So use that manifesting for positive, good things, not just what can I get? Me getting stuff is still a very self-centered, individualistic kind of negative vibration going out, and you can still manifest big time because you believe you can. So your intentions are very important. What are your intentions? So let's start with that. And the second thing is the journey to that final thing that you desire. And by the way, it's okay to want the house and the money and the car and all this stuff. But what's happening along the way to that? Are you really finding peace and joy and love? Are you really finding that you are all that? Not in an egotistical way, but in a we're all one. And if I want these things for myself, that means I need to want it for other people too, because you are me. When you're in these stressful situations, your duty, your mission is to deal with that moment. Not the thing over here you want. It's to deal with the moment. Your mission is to be your absolute best in that stressful moment. People are trying to fight and get out of it. Don't try and get out of it. That's the reverse of what is going to create peace. Not wanting to be in the situation says this is bad. It has no value. I don't like this. I'm focused on not liking this. I'm focused on the thing I don't want. Is this starting to make a little bit of sense? So let's put that thing over here that you want aside and say, where am I right now? Where am I? I am an all-powerful manifester, just like Landria and the one, because you are the one. I know. Don't even go there. Some of you freak out. Ooh, I'm going to get struck by lightning for saying that. No, the one is you. And everything is going, yes, we are one, and embracing you, saying, good, you recognize that we're all one. We're one. I'm part of this energy and everything that you don't see and everything that you do, including what's going on in this coffee, which I'm going to take I'm shutting off. I'm going to shut off the mic before I do this. Nobody wants to listen to me swallowing my coffee. So, let's focus on the things you're feeling right now or anytime that are not nice, that don't feel good, that you don't want. Can you stop not wanting it? Ooh, that's a tough one. It doesn't feel good, I know. When you stop fighting it and you realize, wait a minute, I'm not here to just manifest. I'm here to rise up and release all of these things that I don't have to feel anymore. And if I focus, this is your opportunity. Every time you feel that, you have an awesome opportunity to get out of that and then learn how to get out and learn how to get out. And pretty soon you're not even going there anymore. So look at it and say, okay, whoa, It's not about fighting, I don't want this, I have to get out, like claw yourself out. It's like, okay, I'm in this. This is a pattern of mine. This is a thought pattern. This is me creating a story in my head that what I'm feeling is bad. I'm doing the bad vibration right now. I'm doing it. How can a homeless person be walking around in total bliss? Eckhart Tolle was one. Homeless. He's like, what's the problem? He got food when he needed it, found shelter when he needed it. After 2 years, he decided he had to be more productive, wrote a book. Did you know he won the lottery? Yeah, he played the lottery and won $2,000. That's exactly what he needed to survive for the next few months before his book came out. No coincidences, right? Everything's going to come to you exactly the way it should to help you. But when you're in that state of fighting where you are, there's chaos, just chaos. There's the messages, I'm unhappy, I don't want this, I'm in it, and you're focused on the I don't want this. So that's where you're going to stay. And it's going to keep happening because this is a repeat pattern for you, right? All right, so have you ever just felt bad and sometimes you're just creating stuff? Maybe nothing's really going bad in your life and you create this worry and problems. You get the money and you're like, oh my God, I do this. I'm from the Midwest. It's always like, you always have to worry about money, saving. And my dad, oh my gosh, he imposed that on us. And that is part of an energy that I have to just recognize when it shows up. I always have had what I needed, always, and more. And I continue to multiply that like crazy. And I want to do that. I'm more useful and powerful as a wealthy, giving person than a struggling one. That's not a life that I want to choose. And I'm sure it's not yours either. And maybe you don't have to be wealthy. That's not for everybody. It comes with responsibility, by the way, and some burdens. So I know that you want to just be in peace. If you're not feeling peace and you know what you want, you don't always have to define what that is, but just say, okay, I'm going to put this aside. What am I thinking right now? Because it's not that I have that. When you tell me stuff like, you're feeling powerless, how can I manifest? Because I never feel like I'm powerless. I always feel like I can do anything. Literally. If I really wanted to, I could focus on it and work on it every day till I could manipulate energy in a positive way. I don't need to do that. One of you, could I walk through traffic with my eyes closed? Yes, of course you could. And not get hit? Well, first of all, you probably get hit because you haven't mastered that, because you're asking the question. If you have that kind of power, you don't even ask those questions. You know everything's possible. Of course you can. Do we need to test the physical world? No. Is that where you want to put your energy? No. But when you master it and you become an enlightened being, all of that is just, you don't even think about that stuff. It's not even, you don't want to test the physical world because you're really not part of it anymore. You're vibrating on such a high frequency. So anything that happens takes on a different meaning. So the things that are happening in your life will not look the same to you anymore. You'll just say, I'm an all-powerful being, and you'll have so much peace in you that the situation is not controlling your happiness anymore because you're not connected to the material world anymore. You're connected to your spiritual world, and that's meditation. That's meditation, when you are pushing your energy out. Now, you know what? I'm going to do meditation right after this for you guys. We're going to push our energy out. This is so powerful. I've done it before, and when I went to Joe Dispenza, Dr. Joe Dispenza's advanced workshop, he does that. That's part of his meditation. And I had been doing it prior to that, and I thought, wow, this is powerful. And I knew what he was focusing on. And I know there's a lot of other meditations that do that. They'll take you out. They're trying to get you outside of this physical body that you think you are. and get you to connect to what's out here. Now, do you know what's funny? When I talk to you guys about this stuff, the energy in the room gets very intense in a very positive way. It's very, I mean, I just feel it because I'm connecting to it just by talking about it and focusing on it. And you can do the same thing. So let's get the I'm powerless thing out. Don't talk about us that way. We're one. Don't talk about us that way, please. Don't send that energy out there. It's time to change that talk, that thinking. And I know some of you go, okay, I'm all powerful, and you're just not believing it. Well, start meditating, and I don't care how difficult it is. You sit there. Try at least 20 minutes every day. Sit there until you just can't stand it anymore. But don't fight anything. Watch the clouds go by. And so I'm going to do meditation right after this. But so here's what I want you to do. You're here for the journey, not the manifesting of stuff. That's all going to show up. You're always manifesting. The journey is the manifesting. Not, oh, there's my experience. I don't want to experience that. I'll go over here, meditate, and manifest. No, you're manifesting when you stress out and do all this stuff. Because you're believing. You're believing that you're sad. You're believing that this is a bad situation. You're not understanding you have been given gifts. Now, I did a video. Your problems are your gifts. And when you accept that gift as something wonderful and you get it, the universe says, boom, all right, we're done with that. Let's go on to the next one. Oh, let's manifest love. Let's manifest this and that because this person is gone past this lesson and accepted it as something beautiful and saw it as something beautiful. Your journey is beautiful. Even that pain you're feeling, but you don't have to suffer. There's a difference between pain and suffering. If I cut myself, I'll probably feel pain, but I don't have to suffer. I actually focus on that. Sometimes if I have a pain, I'll go, okay, I don't have to suffer. And then I actually focus on it. Because usually we're creating a thought in our head. Oh, I'm sick. I don't, and then you're sending those neurons are getting fired off. Ah! Instead of you going, okay, I'm not going to ignore it. It's there. I don't fight it. Just like your feelings. You don't fight it. You go, watch it. Just watch it and go, that's a self-created ego it's trying to protect me. Watch my stuff on ego. By the way, you guys, when you go to my homepage on YouTube, at the top, it'll say playlists, about me, all this stuff. Playlists, if you click it, let's say you want the ego series, stop negative thinking, meditation, you can go into playlists and it'll pull up everything that I have, and I have to pull some more into some of those because I didn't start this in the beginning, but you'll find some really good ones on specific subjects that you want. So if you're trying to break through fear, there's probably about 100 videos on how to break through fear or how to stop negative thinking. So, and like one video will hit certain subjects. So go in there and just, watch them until it sinks in that you have all the power. That what you're experiencing when you feel disempowered is a story. And that's the part you need to get past and overcome in a positive way to move on to the manifesting and feel good. That's what you should be focused on. This, not fighting it. Wow, okay, that's the story I've been told. That's the conditioning that the humanity has, brought forth toward this, through the centuries. This is a pattern of mine. I always do this. Yep, there it is again. Okay, that's just a story. I'm going to choose something empowering, and that is, and say your mantra, I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. I got that from the Master Key System, and they got it from somebody else who used it to heal themselves. They were going to die. And this little crippled kid decides he's going to do this. Only have a few months left. Not only did he survive, he lived to be an old man, and he was not crippled. He healed himself, and he used it on other people. But you cannot use it on other people unless they believe it. Christ couldn't heal somebody that didn't believe. You have to believe. Your belief is power. Be okay with this moment you're in. This is the part that we're supposed to be experiencing and working on. This is what we're supposed to rise up away from to experience this. The all-manifesting, powerful love that is in you and in this room and everywhere right now. That's why I call it heaven on earth, if you see it. Yeah, Pollyanna, keeping the rose-colored glasses on, because my world is that. And when you go in the fourth dimension, that is what you'll experience. Why would you want anything else? Shut off the garbage. Shut down the news. You don't need it. You need to be informed. Why? So negative stuff, I don't need to know that. Listen, if there's a nuke coming here, I don't need to know that either. I'm just gonna, 2 seconds it'll be over with. Nothing destroys me. So I want you to look at where you are and watch it. Don't react to it. Do not fight it. I don't like feeling like this. Okay, that's a thought. I don't like feeling like this. So why am I feeling like this? All right, so I'm going to do a whole meditation on this. You're going to talk to yourself, that other thing that you aren't. All right, can you entrench yourself in the moment? Here's my gift. What am I going to do with it? Well, you could give it back too, right? It's not yours. It can go back. But I would rather open it up. I would rather open it up and look at it and see what's inside and say, okay, it's not so ugly. It's not so ugly. What am I going to do with this? I need to stop telling myself that I'm not powerful. I need to see the world as a beautiful place. I need to see the light in others instead of criticizing them. I need to forgive my parents. I've got some beautiful stuff coming over. Rebecca, all you guys, wow. When you're loving the people that have harmed you, your parents and whatever, you free them. Their light starts to shine and they feel your light starts to shine on other people and they will change because we are one power, we're one energy. And so their light comes up, their frequency comes up, and there's a healing that's massive. And somebody else, because of you, Rebecca, is going to forgive their parents because you told that beautiful story, and they're going to go, wow, she sounds so healed and healthy and joyful and peaceful with this. She understands that she made those choices, that we're all groups experiencing things and playing our scenarios. Can you embrace that and say, okay, whoo, I took out a big one. This is my gift. Wow, what a breakthrough I can make now, recognizing that forgiveness is all powerful. Forgiveness, not because they did anything wrong, but because we're just here experiencing things and there is no right and wrong. There's just experiencing being human. And some of that's painful and we get to feel that. Can you look at it differently? See, this is a whole nother video. I did one on this. Woo! Experience fear, experience the negativity, and it stops being fear and negativity. It's just an experience. You stop naming it. Sit with where you are, look at it differently, and then make a different choice. Make a choice. These thoughts will pick a new thought and keep picking a new thought and a new thought and a new thought. And pretty soon the brain will rewire and say, I'm not going to present all this garbage anymore because the new thought keeps getting picked over me. It really works that way, by the way. Studies show that you rewire in your brain when you keep presenting new patterns. All right, I'm not going to react to this. I'm not going to get my blood pressure up and go, I'm going to go, yep, petrified. Okay, it's a feeling, it's an emotion. I've conditioned myself to react this way. Every time I get that thought, I react. All right, so let's pick a new thought. I am all powerful. I am pure love and light. I am so loved right now. I love you, and I'm the one, just like you are. So if I love you, you better love yourself, because I'm counting on you to raise your frequency. All right. Be okay. I'm going to do a meditation. We're going to talk through it. Hey, I'm learning iMovie. I'm using the editing so I can put in some really nice music. All right. This is such a huge subject, isn't it? But this whole channel is breaking through fear, and we're going to do it. And you're going to keep doing it and doing it and doing it until you just live a life of peace. And when you get challenged, it just really doesn't have that much of an effect on you. Like I told you before, you can be down here doing this. I have a car. Oh, I lost my job. Oh, I'm in love. Oh, I got broke up. Blah, blah. And then what happens is your frequency goes up. And then you start doing this. You're not doing this anymore. You're doing this. You feel it. Doesn't really have an effect on you. Even the highs aren't that high because you're already up there. People go, well, I want to feel the joy. You're already up here. You're not doing this. You're already up here all the time. You're joyful every day. And yeah, you have days like not feeling so happy or joyful. That's okay. That doesn't affect you either. You don't go down here. You just go down a little bit and you go, okay, energy levels low or whatever. Big deal. Have a cup of coffee. The world is a beautiful place. Yes, it is. You get to choose whether you see it that way or not. It exists. Your reality is whatever you choose. That is the free will. Every probability exists for you. Know this. You are whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Thank you for the miracles you're sending, my friend. Pull in that energy, man. Pull in that power. You've got it. It is yours. Pull it in. Call in your angels. Ask for protection. Call in the light. Say, no negative energy, lower vibrations and frequencies is allowed in my space. And you say it with power. It cannot infringe on your free will. And this is why people experience darkness. I'm powerless. Hello, invite the darkness in. Thanks. Come on, guys. No. Shutting the door. Not allowed. Calling in my higher angels who also will not help you unless you ask because they cannot infringe on free will. I'm asking for your guidance. I'm asking for messages, signs, power. And by the way, don't decide what that is. You may wake up the next day and just feel lighter and you'll think, they've been working on me. They've been working with me. Ask them, please guide me to things that I need in my life. And some of those things will be these lessons. Don't be afraid of that. When you're not afraid, it will be a door opener to things that, oh, wow, will blow your mind. Some of you experience these things. It's like, you can't even tell some people because they think you've lost your mind. You haven't, and we're going to start talking about all this stuff here. I don't care. I'm not on Wall Street anymore, right? I love you guys. Say your mantra. Sending you light, love, peace, health, wealth, prosperity, and joy. Namaste.